You're gonna see some action.
Oh man, Cuckoo was something else, huh? That ending was a wild ride. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host. Nobody, if you haven't watched the movie Cuckoo yet, then be careful, there will be spoilers. Can you believe that twist with Alma being the Cuckoo kid? It was so unexpected, yet somehow made perfect sense. I mean, the whole atmosphere of that remote resort was creepy AF, and Dr. Koenig was straight up unsettling, but the way it all unfolded with the red-eyed woman and the connection to Alma, mind blown. It was so intense, and the way they left it open-ended with the possibility of more cuckoo creatures out there. That's a perfect setup for a sequel, right? I'm curious, what did you think about Gretchen's character arc? And do you think there's potential for her to become some kind of badass monster hunter in the next film?
This happens sometimes.
What happened to Alma? Cuckoo left us with a whole lot of unanswered questions, didn't it? I mean, Gretchen's journey is wild, right? From being this outsider in her own family to becoming Alma's fierce protector. And then there's Alma, this mysterious little girl with hidden powers. It's crazy how Gretchen ends up being the one to throw a wrench in Dr. Koenig's evil plans. I mean, who would have thought the quiet, seemingly distant sister would be the one to save the day? But it makes sense, you know, that protective instinct kicking in. And then there's the ending. Gretchen manages to defeat the monstrous woman with red eyes, but it's like, is Alma really free? That final shot of her with those twitching ears, it's like the movie is saying, hey, this isn't over yet. It's a perfect setup for a sequel, don't you think? I'm dying to know what happens to Alma next. Does she fully develop these powers? Does she become something else entirely? Or maybe she'll find a way to live a normal life. Whatever happens, I'm hooked. Who is the creepy, mysterious woman? There's this creepy, otherworldly woman lurking in the shadows of Cuckoo. She's got these piercing red eyes that could chill your blood, and she's been around for ages, messing with people's minds and bodies. She's like a real-life boogeyman, but way, way scarier. This creature isn't your average monster. She's something new, something evolved, almost like a human, but definitely not. She can mess with your head, make you see things that aren't there, and even stop time for a sec. Crazy, right? And the worst part, she's been infecting kids with her weird alien powers, turning them into little versions of herself. There's this mad scientist in the movie, Dr. Koenig, who's obsessed with her. He's got this whole isolated resort thing going on, breeding these super-powered kids. He's basically trying to create an army of these red-eyed freaks. But here's the kicker. This badass woman named Gretchen, she's had enough. She's like the final girl, but with superpowers. She manages to outsmart this terrifying creature and, in a shocking twist, actually kills her. It's like she's the hero we needed but didn't deserve. So yeah, the woman with red eyes is basically the nightmare fuel of Cuckoo. She's the reason all the crazy stuff goes down, and she's one seriously creepy villain.
Belongs here.
That's a fucking weird way to put it.
Fate of Henry's wife. So Gretchen's got this guy, Henry, on her side, but it's a complicated deal. He starts off as a total bro, helping her out because he's also got a bone to pick with the evil doctor. His wife died at this creepy resort, so he's all about revenge. He's basically the only person who believes her crazy stories about the red-eyed monster. But here's the thing, he's not just looking to save the day. He wants to kill everyone involved, including this little girl, Alma. Like, dude, chill. Gretchen's gotta watch her back, not just from the mad scientist, but also from this guy who's supposed to be her ally. It's a real tough spot for her. On one hand, Alma might be a ticking time bomb, but on the other, she's Gretchen's sister. It's a moral dilemma, you know? So she's gotta figure out how to stop this crazy detective without sacrificing her sister. It's like walking a tightrope with a grenade in your hand. What happened to Henry? So Cuckoo gets pretty intense towards the end. A bunch of people die, especially after Gretchen finds out the truth about the creepy woman and Dr. Koenig. Most of Dr. Koenig's buddies get killed, either by Henry or Dr. Koenig himself. The monster lady gets taken out by Gretchen. Then there's the big showdown between Dr. Koenig and Henry. They start shooting at each other, and things get even crazier when Gretchen and Alma show up. They manage to stay safe, but then we hear 2 gunshots. The tricky part is, we don't actually see who dies. It seems like Dr. Koenig and Henry killed each other, but it's not totally clear. So there's a chance one or even both of them could still be alive.
Watch out!
Sequel predictions. So the movie wraps up with our heroes kinda winning. But let's be real, this story is far from over. That creepy red-eyed lady might be dead, but there's a whole world of possibilities for a sequel. What if there are more of these alien-human hybrids out there? Or maybe little Alma turns into a full-blown monster. That'd be terrifying, but also kinda awesome. And let's not forget about those sketchy characters. The mad scientist might not be dead, and that detective guy is still out there, probably plotting his next revenge scheme. Plus, there's that whole mystery about Gretchen and Alma's dad. Dude seems way too chill about the whole alien baby thing. Basically, the ending leaves a bunch of loose ends that could be pulled into a bigger, badder story. It's like the writers are just toying with us, setting up a whole new level of creepy. So this was for today's See you in the next video. Till then, bye-bye and take care.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.